What's going on, guys? David with Raceland. This video is for you Volkswagen Mark 6 owners that are looking to upgrade or refresh the suspension on your vehicle, and to hopefully answer any questions that you may have regarding the Raceland suspension options. Now, this is primarily going to be for you Golf and GTI owners. Our coilover kits are going to fit all 2010 to 2014 Golf and GTI models, as well as these will work on the 2012 to 2013 Golf R variant. Now, we do offer our full line of products for this specific platform. That includes our Classic, our Ultimo, our Primo, as well as our airbag setup. So we do have a lot of options for you guys. We want to run through those with you today to hopefully answer any questions that you may have regarding which one will be best for you and your vehicle. Now, the first thing to keep in mind is that all of our suspension components are designed for street-driven vehicles. This means that we have road tested and specifically designed these to be used from day to day. So while there will be some differences between the kits, keep that in mind that regardless of the option that you go with, they are going to be something that's going to be comfortable to be used day in, day out. Now, our Classic coilover kit is going to be designed for those that are looking for a more mild to moderate drop. This is great for those that are wanting to retain as close to factory ride quality as they can. The Classic kit is the best for that. Now, our Ultimo kit is going to be a kit that is going to be designed for those that are looking for a more aggressive stance or slammed drop height. Now, whereas the Classic kit is going to drop 1 to 3 inches lower than factory height, the Ultimo is going to drop 2 to 4 inches. Now, over the Classic kit, the Ultimo kit also will have stiffer spring and shock rates. So while they're still comfortable to be used day to day, they certainly will provide a more sporty and a little bit stiffer of a ride quality over the Classic kit. Now, our Primo kit is essentially going to be our Ultimo kit, but with the added feature of adjustable damping. So this kit is going to drop 2 to 4 inches lower than factory ride height, is going to incorporate that stiffer spring, but this does give you the ability to change the softness and stiffness of the shock on the fly. Now, airbags are going to be a completely different style of suspension than our coilovers will. These really are going to give you full control over your suspension and ride height on the go from inside the vehicle. We're going to go over a few more of those details here in a moment. Now, check our website for the actual spring rates. As I had mentioned, those Ultimos and Primos are going to have stiffer rates over the Classic, but those are listed on each of the product pages. So if you have questions regarding the spring rates, check there, as we do have those detailed listed on the site. Now, our coilover options for the Mark 6 platform are going to be partially threaded, and they are going to reuse and retain the factory OE upper strut mount. So keep that in mind. If you do plan to install these yourselves, you are going to need to reuse that factory upper mount, or you'll need to replace those at time of installation. No other parts are going to be needed for the install. The coilover kits are going to be designed to use the factory or the OE sway bar end links, so you don't need to replace those with aftermarket units. As mentioned, we do recommend replacing those upper mounts if the ones on your vehicle are worn or need replacing. Now, circling back around to which one may be best for you and your vehicle, again, it is going to come down to what you plan to use the vehicle for, how low you want it dropped, and what type of ride quality you want. Now, again, if you're looking for a very comfortable ride quality and don't want an extreme drop, the Classic kit is going to be great for you. But if you are one that is wanting a more sporty feel from your suspension and also wanting to lower it more aggressively, the Ultimo or Primo is going to be the way to go. Now, when it comes down to the Ultimo and Primo, the decision between the two really is going to come down to how much adjustability you're going to need from your suspension. The Primo is awesome because it is going to give you full control not only over ride height, but ride quality as well. And this really allows you to fine-tune your suspension to your local roads or your driving preferences. If you're the set it and forget it type of person, the Ultimo may be best for you, where you can get that ride height set and then you don't need to make any adjustments from there. But with that in mind, as we had mentioned previously, all of our coilovers are designed to be used on daily driven vehicles. So even though our Ultimo and Primo options will be stiffer than our Classics, they're still going to be a great improvement to your vehicle and still going to be comfortable to be used day to day. So coming back to the airbags, as I had mentioned previously, this is going to be a completely different type of suspension. This is going to require a lot more components and parts to get it set up properly. It is going to require maintenance, but if you demand full control of your suspension, there is no better option. The airbag setup is going to allow you to adjust ride height at any time on the fly, in or out of the vehicle. It really does give you full control over ride height. Now the airbags are going to be fully threaded. This is just going to give you another form of adjustment so that you can change the overall length of the shock as well as the pressure in the bag to control ride height. But we do include upper mounts with these as well. So this is going to include front camber plates so that you can fine tune the alignment to the suspension, but then also just helps you get that air down stance setup just perfect with all of those components. Now, unlike the coilovers, there are going to be other components that you're going to need with the airbag setup to get it installed and set up properly. Now, we offer the suspension portion of that system. So that includes the airbags, the shocks, the leader lines, and any components that are going to be necessary to mount those items onto the vehicle. Now, you are going to be required to source the management side of the air system. This would include the controller, the compressor or compressors, your air tank, your air lines, and any other associated fittings that may be needed to get that set up. Now, our airbag setups will work with any of the various management systems that are available on the market, whether they be a manual setup or a full digital setup. It just really comes down to what's going to be best for you in the vehicle and what fits within your budget. Now, we do get the question a lot of whether or not you're going to need a wheel spacer to get the coilovers or the airbags set up on the vehicle. And we understand that's especially notorious for Volkswagens to need wheel spacers. The good thing is that if you are running the factory wheel and tire or close to those specs and measurements, oftentimes we see that you do not need a wheel spacer to get that set up on your vehicle. But especially if you are running a larger wheel and tire combination, this certainly could be the case. That's something you're going to need to measure once you get the coilovers and ride height set up on the vehicle. Another question that we get asked a lot is, how long can I expect these to last on my vehicle? Now, it is important to note that all suspension, regardless of brand or price, they are going to be wear items. So eventually they are going to wear out. What we're seeing from the coilovers and the airbags is that you're seeing about the life of a factory or OE suspension out of those shocks and components. Now, we do see with the airbags that you can expect more life out of those, but with the coilovers, we generally see about the lifespan of the factory or OE suspension. Now, the great thing about Raceland is that we offer a lifetime warranty with all of our products. And this is going to cover manufacturing defects, which would be the industry standard, but we go one step further and we offer coverage on wear items as well. So if you are the original purchaser and you do have an item that becomes problematic or does wear out, that is something covered under the warranty and would be something that we would replace. Now, along with the warranty, we do offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. This allows you to get the suspension fitted to the vehicle, and if for whatever reason you are not satisfied with your purchase, whether it's be how they look, how they ride, how they fit to the vehicle, whatever it may be, you can return them for a refund within 30 days of purchase. Now, we're able to do this because we are a factory direct company. We only sell direct to you, the customer. This allows us to cut out the middleman so we can offer you the best service, the best prices that are available on the market. Now, with that said, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out, give us a call, send us an email. We've got representatives and technicians that are willing to help. And if you are planning to install the coilovers or airbag suspension yourself, check out the links below. We do have full installation videos for how to get those set up. But again, if you have questions, feel free to reach out. We're happy to help.